going on because that is the second day in a row I've been like, I'm sorry, I'm testing something new this week and things are in different places and using different programs. And so anyway, let's just shut up about it and step into the goddess realm. All right, guys, bear with me because I'm looking around and in one place it shows me live and then like in another place it does not. So I'm just testing here to make sure that we are where we need to be. This is so random. So anyway, while we're at it, how about we social it up? Anytime you hear the word social, that means stop what you're doing, grab a glass of water, chug a lug, and then make sure you hit like when you're done. Okay, got it. It was just slow to respond on my phone, so what are you gonna do? Charge it to the game and keep rolling. All right, y'all. Let's get started. Thank you, God. Thank you to our goddesses, our guides, our fairies, our angels for all the awesome guidance and direction you give us every single day. We ask that you continue to make our message clear, make it concise, make it applicable so that everyone knows exactly what you want for what they need for their lives. We also ask that anyone who hears this message be blessed by it abundantly. And all these many wonderful things we ask in unconditional love. Amen. All right, all right, all right, all right. Where is our message coming from today? In the meantime, want to make sure that y'all are aware. You are always able, because I get a lot of messages sometimes. Guys, it's just easier sometimes to talk than to message. So you are welcome to schedule a discovery call at any time. Check the description for the link. You are also welcome to request your free goddess reading. So that is also in the description, the link. I think we are going to talk to our goddesses and we are going to get our spirit animal. And I think we are going to talk to our fairies, possibly over our goddesses. I'm not too sure about that. Let's get our spirit animal and see what's going on. Thank you, spirit animal. Thank you, God. What do you have for us today? What spirit animal do you have for us today? Yeah, okay. Got it, got it, got it. Hopefully you can hear me okay. Thank you, fairies. I love our fairies because our fairies are always, I feel like they're always so action-oriented. I don't know. How many cards are we getting? So I realize I'm making faces because sometimes I see the cards and I'm like, are you kidding me? And then I have to remind myself, like, why would you be surprised? Thank you, fairies. What do you have for us today? And we are actually, I got it. Okay. Thank you, goddesses. What do you have for us today? Wow, that's interesting. There's a card that popped out that just personally, I don't know, I've been really feeling in my mental. All right, guys, let's dive in. Let's check it out. All right, so for our first card, now this is interesting because I feel like we've just been getting this, you know, a lot, even from our goddess deck. There we go. Goodbye to the old, hello to the new. Goodbye to the old, hello to the new. You've finished one part of your life and now a new and even better part of your life is beginning. You have finished one part of your life and now a new and even better part is beginning. I mean, High freaking five to that, right? And the thing that I love in particular, guys, is we see her feet in like this beautiful flower that's blooming. Didn't we just get, what did we get yesterday? Not yesterday. We got Dragonfly Emergence the day before, or a couple days prior. We got Spring Equinox Rebirth. Everything is telling us that we've been shifting. We're shifting. We've shifted into a new place, a new way of being, right? And so say goodbye to the old, say hello to the new. And so many times we've been reminded that the old thoughts and feelings, the old habits that supported us in the past, now that we're new beings, when I say new creatures, new beings, I mean new as in starting to recognize our life purpose and really fully stepping into it. That we're saying that the things that used to support us no longer will, that we've got to step out into new thoughts, new feelings, new actions. We've been getting Ostra in a couple of different forms, telling us that Ostra, fertility, give birth to new conditions, give birth to new ideas, to start new projects, all of that. Hey Bob, hey Takara, I hope y'all are having a great morning so far. The next card we have is Easy Does It. Easy Does It. Let's see if we can get it a little, oops, nope, don't stop. See if we can make it a little more clear. Easy does it. Stop trying so hard to control everything. Hold on. Zoom out, I guess. Stop trying so hard to control everything, and all the doors will open for you. Stop trying so hard to control everything, and all the doors will open for you. What I love about this is one of the big messages we've been getting lately is to let go of the how, right? That when you're walking in your life purpose and when you're aligning your vibration with what it is that you want to bring in your life, with your life purpose, with your heart's desires, then you get into a place of allowing. Because when you're forcing things, you're really kind of limiting God, you're limiting the universe, and you're imposing your limited human will upon it. Remember that the universe, that God, your higher self, spirit, source, has an infinite number of ways that it can arrange things in your life to bring them to you. Your only job is to control your thoughts, feelings, and actions. Diana says, keep your unwavering thoughts, feelings, and actions focused on your target and you will reach your mark, right? Stop trying so hard to control everything. All you have to do is just focus on the goal. Focus on the end goal. Focus on what it is that you want. Stop giving attention to what you don't want. It doesn't matter how it happens, right? Because the universe is always working towards your and everyone else's highest good. It's a matter of what your vibration is attuned to, is what you attract to yourself. So easy does it. All you have to do is focus on the end result, right? Focus on not only seeing it done, not only wanting it done, but feeling it done, knowing that it's done, knowing that it's taken care of. Hey, Mark. So easy does it. Stop trying so hard to control everything, and the doors will open for you. Get into a place of allowing. Get into a place of allowance. And just look at this beautiful card, like she's just riding the waves, playing with the dolphins. I love it. I absolutely love it. The next card, walk away. Walk away. Leave the unhealthy situation and enjoy the new doors that open as a result. Leave the unhealthy situation and enjoy the new doors that open as a result. Now, what I find super interesting about this in particular is everything in this message is telling us goodbye to the old, hello to the new, in some way, shape, or form, right? Goodbye to the old, hello to the new. One part of your life is finished and an even better part is beginning. Easy does it. Stop trying to control everything. Walk away from that control mindset. Get into a mindset or a place of allowance, right? And then now we're being told to walk away. Leave the unhealthy situation. When you say goodbye to the old, when you leave the unhealthy situation, when you stop trying to control everything, guess what happens? New things begin to happen. New and better things as a result. And I love this in particular. It says new doors that open as a result. So it doesn't mean, hey, wait for the new doors to open and then leave the old unhealthy stuff. It means leave the old unhealthy stuff, because once you leave that, and this is what I keep talking about, guys, with attuning our vibration to what it is that we want. Stop giving attention to what you don't want, because energy flows where attention goes. And we spend so much time focused on what we don't want that it makes it almost impossible to see what we do. So when we say goodbye to those old things, when we walk away from the old unhealthy situations, when we stop trying to control everything and get into a place of allowing, then we can after that, as a result, we can begin to enjoy the new doors that open. Then as a result, a new and even better part begins. Then as a result, the new doors will open for you. Everything that you've been looking for, everything that you've been wanting. As they say, you can't solve a problem from the same place it was created, right? Or from the same mindset it was created. Hey, good morning, Drea. I know, right? Drea says, beautiful array of cards this morning. Right, girl? I'm just sitting here like, look at this freaking message. Like 3 different times our fairies are telling us to shift, to move. That if we're feeling stagnant, if we're feeling stuck, if we're feeling like we're on the verge of something, but we just can't quite get there, or we're like on the cusp, that really the transformation, the change happens when we say goodbye to the old and say hello to the new, when we begin to embrace the new thoughts and feelings, when we begin to embrace the thoughts and feelings of abundance. And so that's one of the things about this, guys, with this Easy Does It card. Stop trying to control everything, all the doors will open. And I love this. It doesn't just say some doors or a few doors or it says all the doors will open for you. Not that they'll be unlocked and you gotta go. No, they will be opened for you. Literally, all you'll have to do is walk through them. But first, you gotta get out of that old part. And that's what I was gonna say. I'm sorry, I freaked out. I got excited. The thing that I love about this card in particular is that control for many people is an aspect of lack. It's an aspect of fear. So when you can move beyond that control and get into a place of allowance, a place of being, a place of aligning yourself with your abundance, right? Aligning yourself with your life purpose. I'm not concerned about how the universe is going to bring me my abundance. I just know that as I walk in my life purpose and I know that I am full of abundance and I feel the abundance, that I attract it to me. But when I'm trying to control everything, that's usually because I need to make sure that it happens a certain way, because if it doesn't happen this way, then it won't work, because I'm in a place of lack. Who the heck am I, from my limited earthly prospect position mindset, to say what will and won't work? Get into a place of feeling abundant. Get into a place of believing and trusting and knowing and feeling that everything is working out towards your advantage. Like, it's kind of hard sometimes to explain to people the way to get to abundance, the way to attract abundance in your life is to feel abundant. Period. Point blank. End of discussion. Easy does it. Stop trying so hard to control everything, and all the doors will open for you. I love it. Walk away, leave the unhealthy situation, and enjoy the new doors that open as a result. You finished this part of your life, and a new and even better part is beginning. It's beginning in all of those new doors that are being opened for you. Opened. And here's the cool part, guys. Walking away doesn't mean that you have to be right or be wrong or stand against someone. Walking away also includes taking it easy. Walking away means saying, I love you, right? Unconditional love. And I love myself enough to do what I need to do, to focus on what I need to focus on, to stop being distracted. And the thing of it is it's not, sometimes we get like remorse, sometimes I know how it is. You feel bad, or not even you feel bad, but you love these people, or you love this person, and you want them to come with you. We want them to experience these new doors that are opening. You want them to say goodbye to the old and hello to the new, and to get to reach an even better part of their life. You can see all the potential, But guess what? Not everyone is meant to walk with you on your journey. Everyone has their own journey, and their path is their own path. And their realization comes at their time of realization. And so you honestly, by hindering yourself, may also be hindering them. It may take you walking away for them to see the example, for them to continue on their path. Does that make sense? Y'all know what I'm saying. You get it. So love yourself, love the situation enough to give everybody, including yourself, unconditional love, and to leave the situation to focus on what it is that you do want, to cultivate the atmosphere of what it is you do want, to hang around with the people who are doing what you want to be doing, to hang around with the type of people, or to go to the environments or the meetings or the clubs or the meetups, you know, whatever, of the topics that you're involved in and that you want to create in your life, right? It's not like saying, you know, I want to quit drinking, but I'm just going to go to the bar and hang out. Like, come on, for real. You and I both know it don't work like that for like 99.72% of us. Me included, right? So, saying goodbye to the old, hello to the new. Honor yourself and honor others enough to leave an unhealthy situation. Because if I'm in an unhealthy situation, that was my bad, guys. I was pushing buttons. I so apologize. See, again, I'm working with new stuff. I'm so sorry. But if I leave new situations, or if I stay in these situations, then I'm giving them my attention. And if I'm giving them my attention, then now I'm giving them my energy and I am feeding them, right? So, oh my goodness. Y'all get the point. Okay, so confession. Here's what really happened. I was sitting here talking and like a little piece of spittle flew out of my mouth onto like the mouse pad of my laptop. So I went to touch it to wipe it off, and I hit a button and it made the. So y'all, I'm sorry. Apparently, I'm not even gonna apologize for it. It just is what it is today. But thank you, Spirit, for talking to us just the same. So the next card that we have, the last card that we have today is Mawu. This was the card earlier I was saying I've just been really feeling convicted about. Mother Earth, you are called upon to help with environmentalism. You are called upon to help with environmentalism. And you know, this card is really, you know, you can take it very matter of fact, of course, in the sense that you're being guided to, you know, take care of this planet, take care of Mother Earth. That maybe part of your life purpose involves some environmentalism. I would say that whatever it is that's tugging on you, or that you're hearing or thinking, is probably what you're being guided to do. What I'm feeling or hearing is that the same feeling that I'm having, where I'm being called, for me in particular, it was an issue that came up in our home about recycling, where now recycling is a hassle, right? And so we were kind of on that mindset of screw it, we'll just throw them away. But we drink so much water that we end up with a ton of plastic containers. And so in my mind, like, I literally threw away a bottle of water, like the bottle, and I couldn't do it. I was like, no, we're just going to have to, like, we're going to have to drive somewhere to recycle if need be. Or I guess I'm going to have to. So, however, I say all that to say, my guess is there's probably something in your life or in your immediate mindset where you're like, you're just being kind of nagged to do a little better. Maybe I could shut off the water while I'm brushing my teeth. I could recycle. I could take all these cans back rather than throw them away, you know, after the Halloween party this weekend or what have you. It might be to teach others about environmentalism. And so, guys, just a little bit about Mawu. She's a West African moon goddess who's believed to have created all life with her husband, the sun god. Mawu helps those who call upon her to learn how to live in harmony with nature and to respect its resources. She ensures that our needs are abundantly supplied without causing harm to the planet. I freaking love it. She ensures that our needs are abundantly supplied without causing harm to the planet. Hey, Tia. Hey, Jonathan. So, Mawu is our last card for today. So I do want to recap. Oh, yeah. And we do actually have one more card. We have our spirit animal, but I want to do that one last. So just to recap really fast. Goodbye to the old. Hello to the new. You finished one part of your life, and now a new and even better part is beginning. Walk away. Walk away, walk away, walk away. Leave the unhealthy situation and enjoy the new doors that open as a result. And again, the thing that I really want to reiterate with this card is that walking away from an unhealthy situation many times is beneficial for both of you, or for all parties involved. Because if you're continuing to feed into this negative situation, how is that helping anyone? And again, remembering that everybody is on their own path. Everybody is on their own journey. And sometimes it takes someone walking away or elevating themselves or moving to another level for us to go, holy cow, I want that for me too. So honor yourself, honor the situation, honor everyone involved enough in unconditional love. It's not about being better than them or showing them how much better you can be or that you have the answers and they're doing it wrong. It's about respecting and honoring the entire situation and everyone involved enough to walk away from an unhealthy situation. And the best part is after you walk away, new doors open, right? As a result. And then easy does it. No need to force everything. Stop trying so hard to control everything and the doors will open for you. Stop trying so hard to control everything because that comes from a place of lack. That comes from a place of fear. We are in a place of abundance and we are in a place of allowance. We are aligning with what it is that Spirit has for us. We are aligning with our abundance, with our higher purpose, with our life purpose, right? And as we align with it, we don't care how Spirit brings it to us because Spirit always brings it to us for our highest good, in a manner that's for our highest good, in a manner that's pleasing to us. Stop worrying about any negative implications, because when you worry about, oh, well, it could go bad if, then guess what? You are now feeding energy and attention into something negative. Just give it up. Let it go. Let it go. Walk away. Sometimes that unhealthy situation is our own thinking. And then Mawu telling us, again, Mother Earth, you are called upon to help with environmentalism. And I think a lot of this, guys, what I literally just heard was lead with your actions. Lead with your actions. Lead with your actions. And then our last card for today. How awesome is this? Elephant. You can overcome any problem. You can overcome any problem. You can, I mean, does that not perfectly align? Seriously. With goodbye to the old, hello to the new. Walk away. Easy does it. You can overcome any problem. Tia says, oh my gosh, this is me. Thanks for the Spirit, Goddess. Thank you. Thank you. Elephant, you can overcome any problem. And do you know how you overcome this problem? You say goodbye to the old and hello to the new. And then you walk away from the unhealthy situation. And then you take it easy. You don't try and control anything. You just allow and trust and feel and know that it's working out to your highest benefit. Good morning, Ellison. I mean, guys, I don't really know how much more clear this message can get. Our guides are like whammy. I really, really, really feel it. Like so many of you that I've been talking to in our discovery sessions, so many of you are just, you're in a position where you're in transition. You're in a position where you're kind of discovering new thoughts and feelings and ideas, but you're feeling this resistance. And it's like, how do I get over this hurdle? How do I get over this resistance? Here is some direct, actionable steps. You know, and here's the thing. We always pray, make it applicable. So whatever is screaming to you in your mind right now in terms of whatever just flashed in your mind when it said goodbye to the old, hello to the new. Oh, I need to, whatever person, whatever situation, whatever thought process, whatever feelings. Your guides are talking to you. Trust your divinely guided intuition. Those are your guides talking to you. That's your higher self. That's your spirit telling you, hey, hey. Listen to me, right? And what you will find is the more and more that you begin to trust and follow your intuition, the more and more you'll realize, man, I've got all this clarity and direction already within me. Already within me. And here's the deal, guys, because we live in a very masculine society where we have rules, we have structure, we have forms and policies and procedures. You cannot mental your way through this. This is not something where, this is all in your feels. This is all in your feels. Because guess what? You can say goodbye to the old and hello to the new and still live your life the exact same way on the outside. Meaning, you may have good morning, Sandra. You may have a work situation that's just been driving you crazy. But right now, this job is paying your bills, right? So it doesn't mean you can necessarily just up and quit. But it does mean, however, that you can shift your entire perspective, that you can shift your entire mindset on how you live that job and how you live that life. You can say goodbye in the sense that, oh, sorry guys, I'm seeing we've got some broadcast issues, so I am going to hardwire really quick. Okay, guys, hopefully that will help with the connection issue a little bit. Oh, I'm knocking things over. Okay, so yes, some of you might be in a position where it doesn't make practical sense. Good morning, Eli. To just up and quit this job, right? But just because you are there at that job doesn't mean you can't change your entire perspective. And changing your entire perspective literally will change your entire reality. So let me kind of break this down really quickly. Changing your entire perspective, meaning I'm no longer looking at this job as something that's terrible and it's hard and I can't get away from it and, I'm stuck here. Now I'm viewing this job. I'm saying goodbye to that old mindset. I'm saying goodbye to that old habit of negative thinking, of focusing on what I don't want. And now I'm saying hello to the new. What I am focusing on is how this job is allowing me to take care of myself so that I can move closer into my life purpose, right? Do you see what I'm saying? Now my energy and my attention are no longer focused on how much I hate this job. My energy and attention are focused on my life purpose. And now I am using this job as a vehicle to help fund that, or to help get it taken care of, or to help move me in the right direction. And the thing of it is wherever you're at, no matter what job you've ever had, there is something about that job, some aspect of it, at least in some way, that is going to be vital for your life purpose in the future. So take advantage of it. Take advantage of it. I'm walking away from the gossipy ass water cooler where people are talking about each other, where everybody's grumbling and complaining about the boss, where they're talking about this crazy mandatory overtime. I'm walking away from that unhealthy situation. Now, yes, I'm still in the office and I still have to work under this boss and I still have this crazy mandatory overtime, however, now I'm focusing again on what it allows me to do. I'm focusing on the fact that now that I'm working towards my life purpose, that my energy is moving towards my life purpose, that my drive is my life purpose, and that this job is going to help me somehow in the future for my life purpose, guess what happens? Doors will start to open. Doors will start to open that will somehow make it a way where you're going to be like, holy cow, this transitioned right into that. Easy does it. Easy does it. Don't worry about how it has to happen. Just know and trust. Know and trust and feel that things are continually getting better. That only amazing things come your way. Because you're only focusing your attention on what you want. And guess what happens? When you only focus your attention on what you want, then you begin to raise your vibration. And when you raise your vibration to the things that you want, you're now in attunement with your abundance, with your prosperity, with your life purpose. And when you're in alignment with it, guess what gets to happen? Now the universe can go, Yeah, now I can start sending them exactly what it is that they want because they're finally in alignment with it. So in the past, this is telling you stop focusing on what it is that you don't want. Stop focusing on what it is you don't like. Stop focusing on the problem. Start focusing on the solution. Say goodbye to the old. Say hello to the new. Sometimes that is stuff, thoughts within us. It's not just the people in our environments. Sometimes it's within us. Walk away from unhealthy situations. And once you walk away from the unhealthy situation, then you enjoy the new doors that open as a result. And again, easy does it. Stop trying so hard to control everything, because when you're controlling everything, you are operating out of a mindset of lack and a mindset of fear. But when you're focused solely on what you want and you say, universe, I know, God, that you only bring me my highest good. I know that you only bring me things that are delightful and pleasing to my senses. I know that you are moving me closer and closer into my life purpose. I know that I am in and moving into a deeper position to walk my life purpose and fully support myself and my family. Then the universe goes, awesome. I am God. I have an infinite million, bajillion, gajillion, trillion ways of rearranging things to make it happen all for your highest good. Let me go ahead and do that, because now you're in alignment. How freaking awesome is that? How awesome is that? Take it easy. Walk away. Goodbye to the old. Hello to the new. So these aren't just physical acts that we're doing, guys. This is also within our mindset. This is also within our understanding. This is also within our feelings. Because remember, we've talked about this at Virgo New Moon, that our emotions are a good heads up to our vibration. Our emotions, if we're feeling really kind of crappy in our mood, then we can pretty much guarantee that we're vibrating on a crappy level, right? And if we're vibrating on a crappy level, then we are now creating crappy situations because we are attracting what we're putting out. So, control yourself. Oh man, I just thought of what was it, Friday, where he's like, break yourself, fool. Goodbye to the old, hello to the new. You are in this is what I love, guys. This is what is so cool. We were guided, we were told so many times in the last few months that in the fall, like in the summer months, that in the fall things would start to come together in the autumn months, and that we would reap great harvests of abundance. Great harvests of abundance. This is it. And again, for so many people, Sandra says, yes, the hardest thing to do. I mean, it is, but it only is because we keep telling ourselves it is. We get so caught up in it's like it's habit. It's habitual. We're accustomed to looking at like all the potentials or all the negatives. And so if y'all notice on my page, that is why every morning and every evening that, you know, we've been really focusing on writing out our goals, writing out our affirmations, writing out our gratitude, because it helps to keep our minds trained on what it is that we want, helps us to remember what it is that we're grateful for. And as we do those things, and to remind us who we are, and we state them in the I am, the now. I am Goddess Life. I am a rock star. You know, I am the best accountant in the world. I only attract the best accounting clients to me. I only attract beautiful and wonderful and loving situations to me. We say these things because what happens is it reminds us. And so when it just like anything else, just like being in the gym, we got to start somewhere. And when we do it over and over and over and over and over, we build that strength, right? Not only do we build that strength, that repetition, but we start to, we start to feel it. And so those thoughts and feelings become automatic. They're not so forced anymore. And then as they start to become automatic, then we naturally begin to raise our vibration to them. We naturally begin to line up to them. So really, for a lot of us, it's just a matter of consistency. It's becoming hyper aware of our thoughts and feelings. And I catch myself all the time. I'll be like, man, I wish that I didn't have to go because it's really going to suck. And I'll be like, whoa, stop right there, reel it in, rewind, let me rephrase that. Let me go back and recap that, or let me restate that. Let me neutralize it and then state it in the positive. Sandra says, I know all these things, but for some reason, even when I catch myself thinking negative thoughts, I'm unable for now to stop it because I'm already stressing out. You know, Sandra, this is where that repetition comes in, because sometimes we only catch ourselves in those stressed out situations. But the reality is that those negative thoughts are constantly running through the back of our mind. A lot of those things are, it's habit. We've thought like that for all of our lives. For most of us, at the very least, all of our adult lives, right? Different things in life have shaped those thoughts and feelings. And so they're deep, they run deep within us. And so again, that's why we start doing it in the good and in the bad. So first thing in the morning and again at night, because now it becomes repetition. Now it's something that you actually start to think about ahead of time. And then you get to the point where you start to realize that when you're in this bad mood, and I catch this is me talking strictly about me. I'm not talking about nobody but me. But I'll catch myself, and I did it just last night. I caught myself, and I was in a mood. I was in this vibe, and it wasn't in alignment with my highest good. And I literally had a conversation with myself, and I was like, Sherita, you can continue to be in this mood, or you can stop right effing now, because, you know, sometimes I cuss myself out, right effing now, and you can do what you know you need to do in order to change your mood. And what I had to do was make a decision, because let's face it, sometimes when we're pissed off, the ego is like, it is in full-fledged control. It has carte blanche over everything. And so we have to stop, and we have to decide, okay, am I going to let my ego continue to rar, rar, rar? And that's on either side, whether my ego is being hurt or whether it's being overly prideful or what have you in trying to hurt someone else. You know, on all sides of the coin. Or am I going to do what I know that I need to do to raise myself up? So for me, I had to make the decision, because what I realized was, if I'm in this negative mood, my mood now is an indication of my vibration, and my vibration means that is exactly what I'm creating or I'm attracting back to myself. So I quickly made the decision to neutralize that BS and to put myself in a good mood. So for me, that meant actively stopping what I was doing, and I was honestly trying to get some legitimate work done, but I had to stop. And for me, that meant going straight at number one. It meant making sure that the music I was listening to was extremely positive, and I went straight into I have Spotify, so I use chakra music. I turned on chakra music. It's slow, it's boring, and when you're tuning chakras, it hits you funny when you're not ready, right? And then but I knew that it was helping me to clear. And then I immediately had to start writing out my gratitude statements. I had to start going into my gratitude statements and my I am statements, because if I didn't, then I would have kept thinking about all the stuff that was bugging me, right? But once I got into that place of gratitude, I was able to get here. Let it go, Sherita. Who cares? Who cares about all of this or all of that? Yeah, Nicole says binaural beats work well for her. I love binaural beats. Abso-freaking-lutely. And honestly, Nicole, that's what I searched first. And like what was popping up on Spotify was not jiving with me. And then I saw like chakra, and I was like, let's just go here. Because for me, I knew I needed to raise up. But yeah, binaural beats, love them. I use those a lot at night. But what it allowed me to do was it allowed me to get into this space, to let it freaking go, to walk away from the unhealthy situation. In this case, for me, the unhealthy situation was my thoughts. It was my mind. It was my attitude. I had to say goodbye, because let's face it, familiar. That mindset is familiar. And sometimes we mistake familiarity for comfort and security, right? Sometimes people look at people in all kinds of different situations, and they go, well, why did they stay? People stay at terrible jobs that they hate. I've stayed at a job for years. My goal was to be there for 6 months. But these people paid me so well, boy. Even though I cried every single day, all the way to work, I still stayed at that job. Why? Because I mistook that for security, when in reality, it was creating more headache than anything. Sandra says, I have a block. I can't for some reason put that pen to paper. No idea why. I know. Yet again, I'm negative. LOL. I need to change that. Well, Sandra, at the end of the day, you have a block because you keep telling yourself you have a block. You can't put the pen to paper because you keep telling yourself you can't put the pen to paper. Here's the deal. When you put the pen to paper, sometimes we overcomplicate this. It doesn't have to be anything special. Putting the pen to paper most often for me starts with stream of conscious writing. And that stream of conscious writing doesn't always start off extremely positive. Sometimes it starts off with, and stream of conscious writing, by the way, is just writing whatever's on your mind. And so what I find for me is a lot of times it's like, I'm in a really shitty mood. I'm deciding to do stream of conscious writing, or I'm writing because da-da-da-da-da-da-da, and I know I'm supposed to be grateful, but I'm really not feeling grateful right now. But I guess, I can say that I'm thankful that, the lights are on in my house. And I guess I can say thankful that, my rent is paid. And I guess I can say thankful that I have a car. I guess I can say thankful, and what you'll find is you'll begin to, it'll start to flow. Sometimes I ask myself questions like, I really wish I understood why blah, 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 blah. Eli's asking, will putting pen on paper help finding one's life purpose? Abso-freaking-lutely. Because here's the deal with stream of conscious writing. Eli, you already know your life purpose. You just haven't brought it to the forefront of your mind. Your spirit, your soul, your God self, your higher self already knows. Same with you, Sandra. You already know what the block is. Your higher self already knows. It's a matter of your ego being willing to release and let go. Your ego identity. And I'm not calling you egotistical. I'm not talking about you as a person. We all have higher self and lower self. We all have high vibrating thoughts and low vibrating thoughts. Our low vibrating area is usually what's so concerned with security. It's concerned with what's controlling everything. And Sandra, LOL, because Sherita told me to. Hell yeah, write that. Abso-freaking-lutely write that. I've honestly written before. I'm writing right now because I've told other people that they should write, and I really feel like a hypocrite if I don't take my own advice. I've literally written that before. And so again, what you're going to find is that when you start to, even if the only thing you can write is, I know my block, I know my block, I know my block, I know my block. Even though you feel like you don't know your block, what you're going to do is you're sending out a thought, a feeling, a vibration into the world. You're kind of putting a crack in the seal so that your higher self can begin to come down and start to commune with you. And what you will find is a lot of times, like I was going to say, I will start to ask myself questions like, I wish I could figure out why I can't, or why I feel like I can't get this together. When I do this, I feel like blah, 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 blah. And it reminds me of X, Y, and Z. And what you'll start to find with this stream of conscious writing is you'll begin to answer your own questions. And then you'll begin to start, I don't want to use the word hear, but you'll get divinely inspired thought. And you'll be one of those, it'll be one of those things where it's like, it's you, but it's not you, but it's you. And it feels totally right. And you'll start to realize, this is my higher self. This is my spiritual side. These are my guides talking through me. Sometimes when I'm writing, like in my mind, I'm thinking I'll write I, blah, 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 blah. And what I'll actually write is we. And then and it'll catch my attention and I'll be like, okay, I feel that there is a presence with me. Sometimes it's just me and my higher self. Sometimes my angels are here. Sometimes it's certain goddesses. Sometimes there is a goddess who embodies what it is that I'm looking to do. Y'all know that one of the first goddesses that I really started working with this year was Goddess Kali. And Kali in particular, because she's known more so for, and I'm going to switch scenes here, guys. Goddess Kali is known more so for helping us to recognize the ego and to be able to shed it. With Goddess Kali, which is interesting enough that I bring her up because her card is endings and beginnings. And Goddess Kali is usually depicted with a severed head in one hand and a machete in the other. And so unfortunately, a lot of Westerners kind of say that she's like a goddess of destruction and death. And that is not at all it. What it is that Goddess Kali went to battle with a demon and she conquered. And so she's here to help us to recognize, to show, to where that we are more than just these earthly beings, that we are multidimensional, we're multifaceted, we're so much more than just the ego. So when we begin to shed the ego, not that it's a bad thing, but when we begin to move beyond it, we can raise up to, let's say, quote unquote, higher chakra status, to our to higher frequencies, to higher divine levels, to receive more divine guidance and information. So really, guys, the biggest thing that we're being guided and directed in, give me a hot second, is to let go, to begin to let go of those things that are holding us back, that are telling us I can't. Because the fact of the matter is, you can do literally anything you put your mind to. You can do anything you want. There is literally, where there is a will, there is a way. But what holds most of us back is we're so focused on what we think we can't do that it doesn't give us any opportunity to really see all the opportunities of what we can. So again, we have to say goodbye to that thinking. And it's not the easiest thing to do. It takes practice. It takes practice. It's not one day where you're like, I'm going to stop being negative. I'm completely positive. We, twinkle our nose like Samantha on Bewitched, and then it just happened. I mean, like, for some people, they are that strong-willed it happened, but for 98% of us, it takes practice. And y'all know I love lunar cycles. So whether you're starting at I like to start at a new moon, but I've been known to start something even at a full moon. Whether, a lot of times when I start full moon, something at a full moon, it's usually in relation to a thought or a feeling, because full moon represents a time of completion. So if there is a something that I need to have done at new moon, and I kind of, if that's what's closest, at new moon, that's my lunar cycle till the next new moon. Because again, it takes time, it takes repetition. We've all heard the sayings where the people are like, it takes 21 to 30 days to create a new habit. Same thing with our mindset. We can't just, I'm not going to say what we can't do. What I'm going to say is, for a majority of us, because we've had a lifetime, especially an adulthood lifetime, of thinking a particular way. So we have to do these things, not just when we feel like crap, not just when the stress is going on, but in the good times as well. And the reason I do it first thing in the morning is because that's when it sets the tone for my day. If I start feeling that buzz, that excitement, that thrill, that vibration, that I am, that I know I can, and only good comes my way, guess what? My day starts rolling like that. And it continues to roll. And then I repeat my I am statements again and trying to get them in. I don't always, not always successful, but I try to get them in again in the middle of the day. And at night before I go to bed, because I want the last thing I'm thinking about to be all the good feels, all of my gratitude, all of my I am statements. I want to be focused on my goals before bed. And guess what? Now it gives my subconscious a chance to start focusing on that as well. Because I can shut all of this off and allow this back here to start to tune into it. Because a lot of times, guys, this back here is what's ruling us. Those subconscious thoughts, those thoughts, that mindless chatter in the background. We've talked about the book Eckhart Tolle, The Power of Now. I actually just came across that this weekend when we were reorganizing and cleaning some stuff up. But he talks about the mindless chatter. That's the stuff that tends to rule us. So, retraining it. Eli says, it's tough to let go of stuff in me. So what I want you to do, Eli, is I want you to stop telling yourself that. Because thoughts create. One's perception is one's reality. So what I want you to do is to actively work on your perception. So anytime you feel like I'm having a hard time letting this go, I want you to just, I'm going to stop. I'm neutralizing that. Rewind. Bring it back in. It gets easier and easier. I'm becoming more and more aware. And what you'll start to find is that eventually you're going to actually convince your brain, your body, enough. And it will become easier and easier. You are actually sending vibrations out into the universe saying, I am becoming more aware of how to release. And you're going to start to become more aware of yourself. But the thing of it is, and it sounds so, like, well, duh, Sherita, we all know that. But the thing of it is it literally is key. Your perception is your reality. So you have to stop telling yourself the things that don't align with your highest good. You've got to stop watching and reading and tuning in to the things that don't align with your highest good. If your highest good, your highest desire is to have love and peace on this earth, stop watching crap. Stop sharing stuff on Facebook that talks about all the destruction and negativity. Because where energy flows, where attention goes. You are now feeding that negativity. Same thing within self. I'm not saying to ignore any negative aspects within yourself. If you find something that doesn't align within self, that doesn't align with your highest good, then now it's the time to start changing that. And some of those things aren't just here. Sometimes we got to freaking do some action. Right? I hope all that makes sense, guys. Good morning, Javon. So at the end of the day, stop telling yourself what you can't do. My poor family, like, I'm a lot nicer with my coaching clients than I am with my family. But with my family, I snap. I'm like, quit telling me what you can't do. Why don't you tell me what you can do? Don't talk to me until you tell me what you can do. We can't solve a problem from the same place it was created, right? Because that's the place the problem was created. So obviously the ingredients there don't quite work. So now we have to take a step back. Become a neutral observer. Okay, now that this problem is here and I see it, or this situation is here and I see it, I can neutrally observe it. All right, God, what is it that I'm supposed to learn from this? What is this negative situation that is popping up? Because if I'm experiencing negative situations, and it's always usually the same thing, I always have crappy girlfriends. I always have crappy bosses. I always have crappy neighbors. Maybe it's not the girlfriends, the bosses, or the neighbors. Maybe it's you attracting them to you. So if I keep running into this same situation, thank you, God. Now is the opportunity for me to take a step back. I don't have to ride this negative energy wave. I don't have to claim it as mine. I'm going to take a step back and I'm going to observe this and figure out what is it that I'm putting out that I'm attracting this to me. And when we start to take that mindset and we start to, again, get in that place of gratitude, thank you for this situation arising. We're not dwelling on the fact that there's a problem, because now we're in the same, we're creating from the same position that it was created, right? We can't get a solution from there. Wow, okay, now I see that there's a problem. Let me take a step back. All right, so this keeps rising up. It makes me feel like this inside. So if I feel like this, then that's probably the vibration I'm putting out. I keep saying that that people are gonna leave me in the background and they're gonna hurt my feelings. Like I expect it from everybody to get my feelings hurt. Well, no wonder you keep getting your feelings hurt from everybody, because you literally just told the universe, "Hey, my feelings are gonna get hurt. I'm gonna go ahead and guard them and protect them and not put out the good feels." And the universe goes, oh, "Okay, cool. So let me just send you more of that." So this is why, guys, I've been so adamant about self-love is so freaking necessary. It's not shallow. It's not selfish. When you love yourself unconditionally, no matter what it looks like. Yeah, I got some fat over here I don't want. Yeah, maybe my apartment isn't as fly as I want. Yeah, maybe I'm not fully walking in my life purpose quite like I want, but I love myself fully and unconditionally, and I know that everything is working out to my highest good, and I know that only wonderful things come to my way, and that spirit is always aligned with my highest good, and my abundance is always coming to me, and I only attract the right people to me. Guess what? You begin to raise your vibration. And you bring all that to you. Okay, guys, I have to honor the energy, because I'm getting all right, because I could go on and on and on and on and on about this forever. But the biggest thing that I really just want to reiterate with you is that your guides are screaming at you. They are screaming at you. They've been screaming at all of us, including me. We've been doing so much work with healing shadow and integrating divine masculine and divine feminine to create the divine sun child. I mean, now we're at the place of where it's all coming together and we're reaping those great harvests of abundance. This is the abundance, guys. Knowing. Because now that you know, you can do something about it. You are completely powerful. This is why I talk about I am Goddess Life. This is why I talk about goddess vibration. This is why I talk about goddess of creation, right? Y'all see me post this stuff. I'm not being funny. And very soon, okay, I'm not supposed to talk about that. Okay, I'm just going to say very soon we're going to actually get into the science of it too. But that'll be more for the private group. So, y'all, you get the point. You get the point. Change your mind, change your life. Your perception is your reality, and you control your perception. Either that or you allow it to be controlled by others. Marketing companies spend billions of dollars a year because they know exactly how to control your perception. News and media outlets control spend billions of dollars a year because they know exactly how to control your perception. So at this point, your goal is to walk away from the unhealthy situation, say goodbye to the old, hello to the new, let go of control, and begin to place yourself in a situation where you control your perceptions. Then you control your results. Period. Remember, pay attention to your emotions because that's your vibration. That's what you're attracting back to you. It behooves you to make sure you stay in a good mood, to do what you need to do, to cut off the people you need to cut off, to walk away from, to exercise, to drink more water, whatever. Speaking of which, let's social it up. So y'all, seriously, if you have any questions, if you're struggling with some abundance blocks, use the link in the description. You can request a goddess reading, and you don't have to do one or the other. You can request a goddess reading, and you are more than welcome to schedule a free discovery session with me. There's zero obligation. We do it online. We do it face-to-face. You can do it from your phone, your laptop, your tablet, computer, whatever you have. Just use the link in the description. It's like a little mini coaching session. So that is what I am on this earth to do. My abundance comes in many forms. So I am more than happy to give this away because I know that I'm always attracting at all times. I don't have to control the how. I just go out and have fun. Seriously, so many people ask, how do you have so much freedom in your life? I freaking created it. Ooh, I had to catch myself. I literally created it. And this is how. You guys see that, right? Yeah. Okay, so we'll talk more about this probably tomorrow because our guides have been about it with this message. And it's just been getting deeper and deeper and deeper. I love you lots. If you missed the beginning, please go back and check out all the cards. Wonderful message today. Thank y'all so much for joining me. I love you lots. Good morning and good afternoon, Sandra, for you in the UK. Have an amazing day. Positive affirmations, y'all. Be about it. Peace. Okay, that was too funny even for me. Bye.